This is Andy Purewal for Boxing Social in association with Betfred, and I'm delighted to be joined by legendary trainer Freddie Roach here in Anaheim. Freddie, firstly, how are you?
I'm doing okay, and you?
I'm good, thank you. I appreciate you giving up some time today. It's a big week for you and the team. Obviously, Gabe Rosado facing Jaime Munguia. Talk to me about this fight, Freddie. Why now? Why Jaime? What kind of risks does this pose to Gabe?
It is a little bit of a it's a good fight, but it's not an impossible fight. He's in great shape, and he get ready for this opponent. And after seeing him in his last fight, when he knocked out his opponent with the right hand, he's looking really good. He's looking better and better. And we had a really good training camp, and we had really good sparring partners the whole way through. I mean, the sparring partners are what made him ready for this fight.
Talk to me about your time working with Gabe. You know, what have you guys worked on in particular, especially on this run we saw? You know, you go back to the Danny Jacobs fight. He lost on a split decision, but many thought he won that fight, and then he goes on to come back with a victory, beats Beck. You know, I imagine confidence is very much flowing for him. So, what have you been able to bring out of him?
Well, I'm trying to bring out the best in him, and that's why when we train, we get good sparring partners and the best guys out there, and make him perform better than he did in the fights that were controversial or lost. But he's doing really well. He trains hard, and his punching power is really improving quite a bit, and I like when that happens.
It's interesting you say his punching power is increasing, because at 35 you wouldn't expect somebody to be becoming more powerful. Why is it in particular that you've been able to help bring that out of Gabe at this stage of his career?
You know, it's the technique, it's the balance, and it's the transfer of weight. I mean, when you transfer the weight correctly and you throw a punch with all your weight with it, usually good things happen and people get knocked out. You know, the thing is, he was kind of like slapping a little bit. And, you know, I did take him over when we fought in Arizona. If you remember, when they closed, they threw everyone out of the audience, and we fought like by ourselves. It was very hard to get him going in that fight, because it was just, there was no crowd, you know, there was no energy there. But that was our first fight together, and we've came a long way since then, and I feel that we're going to continue to rise as this fight happens.
Freddie, you mentioned bringing the power out once again. With Gabe earlier at a press conference, he mentioned he wants to be more aggressive, not reckless, but aggressive. And you know, we spoke about if it is on his mind at all, kind of needing to get a stoppage because of some of the suspect decisions which have gone against him when they've gone to the cards. Have you guys spoke about that? Is it a concern of Gabe's, if something goes to the cards, it might not fall in his favour?
It's a concern of his, but not mine, because I'm going to get him past that, I know. And you know, just like with the sparring partners, you know, our main sparring partner, David Benavidez, for this fight, it's like really high quality. You know, maybe like one of the best fighters out there, and they boxed 12 rounds, at least 6 to 8 times, and they just wars every day. It was really good. I mean, I had to slow it down a little bit though, because it's just like both guys are fighting on the same day. One's in Arizona and one's here. So, but we're definitely ready for this fight.
I mean, you mentioned in Benavidez, obviously he's been touted as a potential opponent for Canelo, but going in with sparring with Gabe, how kind of key has that been for yourselves to have such good sparring like that, and what do you guys take away from it?
I think we take away, you know, his punching power, and you know, sitting down on his shots, and you know, kind of relearning how to be more effective with his punching power, because he's never had like that one punch knockout like I want to see.
With his fight with Jaime on Saturday night, then Freddie, talk about what you're expecting in your mind when you've played this fight out. How do you expect it to go? I spoke to Bernard Hopkins again earlier, who says he can see it being like a Gatti Ward type fight.
You know, Jaime's a good young fighter. He's got a good left hook. He throws it very hard, and he's always looking for the knockout. And but I've got my fighter well prepared for that. He knows what to do and how to handle that. And I do believe that we will knock him out at the end of the night, somewhere along the way. I mean, we're not going to start like crazy and just go after him recklessly. We're going to take our time, break him down, and take him out in the later rounds.
I mean, success for you guys on Saturday, is it very much then looking at the world scene, looking at world title fights for Gabe, which on the back of what would be 2 brilliant victories?
Yes, I mean, the winner of this fight deserves a world title fight, I feel, and that's why we train so hard. We train hard every day in every training camp because I and he want to win.
I just want to reflect on Elvis's victory last week on the Canelo-Plant card. How happy were you to see him back with such a devastating performance, and also on the back of that defeat to Kenneth Sims Jr., how much did it mean to him?
It meant a lot to him. It was a very good performance. You know, the first 3 rounds, though, he kind of gave a little bit of away, and I've got to wake him up a little bit to start a little bit earlier in the fight and not wait till the 3rd round to knock this guy out. But again, he fought a very good opponent, and I was from the Mexican Olympic team, and the body shots really took its toll, the uppercuts and the hooks. He really put the last couple rounds together very well, and it was great to see him back on the winning streak. And we're already going to be back in the gym working on starting a little bit quicker with him.
Back with a win, and on a card like that with the eyes around the world watching it, how big a game do you think that was to have boxed on the Canelo-Plant card, and because of the exposure it would have presented to Elvis?
Yeah, you know, the thing is, the Canelo fight was, it wasn't really that exciting a fight until he woke up in the later rounds and started sitting down in the shots and landing big heavy shots, and it was a great knockout.
Well, Freddie, we'll leave it there now. I'll leave you to enjoy the rest of your evening. I appreciate your time, and thank you for speaking to me and Boxing Social.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.